Okay, just tonight.
Come on up here, Mama Conke. Share this space, this mic with me. Is this on?
Does anybody have sound? I have no sound.
Day.
I have no sound
Oh,
either.
I finally.
Sound is excessively poor.
Took.
It doesn't look like they are on mute.
It's very low.
Yeah, I can't hear anything at all. It sounds like they're on mute to me, but it doesn't look like it with their device. Let's see.
I've just sent a text to them, so we'll see.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's just a button that needs to be pushed.
Stand like a people today.
Okay, there we go.
Time to stand like the people. Stand up and say, no more wondering. We are finally on our way. know it's time to stand like a people. You know it's time to stand like a people today. It's time to stand like a people. Stand up and say, no more wondering, we are finally on our way. You know it's time to stand like a people. You know it's time to stand like a people today. It's time to stand like a people. Stand up and say, no
No
more
more
wondering,
wondering,
we are
you
finally on
finally
our
on the
way.
way.
We'll do it next. Okay.
Stand like a people. This time.
Black
stand
people,
like a people.
come on, stand
Come on and
like a
stand.
people. Let's stand. Here we go. Our mothers and fathers and elders, they have given us all they can. They stood up and fought to protect us in this hard and bitter land. Their triumphs give us courage, every woman and man. None are free until all are. They pledged our lives to take back our land. You know it's time to stand like a people.
Stand like a
You know it's time to stand like a people today.
Stand like a people.
It's time to stand
Like a people.
Stand up and say, no more wondering, we are finally on our way. It's time to stand like a people. You know it's time to stand like a people today. It's time to stand like a people. Stand up and say, no more wondering, we are finally on our way.
Ashe, Ashe.
Ashe, amen. Ashe. Yes, yes, good morning. We had to warm up there a little with using the mics today, so give us grace. Yes, always. But we're happy to be here. Are we happy to be here? Yes. All right. Say it again. Say it again. You was happy to be here in the house of Amun-Ra Ashe today. So we're going to start our service today with libation. And I think Mama Latrice is going to come do that libation. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful. Thank you, Queen. Grand rising, everyone.
Sorry.
Okay, I got a little voice, but it's not amplified. So good morning, Grand Rising, y'all. It is good to be in the house and in community with all of y'all. Ashe. So in thinking about this opportunity to pour libation this morning, I want to invite all of our ancestors, those named, those we know, those we do not know, and those that know us well, all of those beloved and benevolent ancestors. And so with that, pour libation for Divine Mother, Father God, pour libation for the four directions, north, east, south, and west. Pour libation for Necharu, Orisha, and the lesser divinities, Ashe. Pour libation for those ancestors that came before the Ma'afa, those that endured the Ma'afa, those that chose to liberate themselves in big and small ways in the process of the Ma'afa, those who opened the way for us with their sacrifice and their love. Ashe. We pour libation for the collective ancestors of our common good and humanity. Ashe. Again, knowing if we call on one, we call on them all. Pour libation for those ancestors who gave us our grit, our resilience, our brilliance, our talents. Ashe. Pour libation for those ancestors who did what they could with what they had to break whatever patterns and pathologies no longer serve them. Ashe. To make a way in this new space, in this new place. Ashe. We pour libation for the ancestors who brilliantly and purposely planted the seeds that they would not see to grow into fruition. Ashe. On this plane. Ashe. I want to invite you to call in your personal ancestors, and I'll just open the space and you can call their names and you'll say Ashe, 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 Ashe. Ashe, 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 Ashe. For libation for my ancestors, Ermagene Lauderdale, Ashe, Johnny Washington, Irene Washington, Ruth Washington, Erza Tarrant, Ashe, 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 Ashe. And we know that they are welcome in this space, they are welcome with us, and they walk with us, they go into the rooms before us. We know that especially during this holiday season, depending on what calendar you're using, that it can be heavy to not have our loved ones with us in the physical, but we know that they surround us, and then we know that they are just a prayer, just a pour, just a candle, just a meditation, just a breath away. Ashe. So I ask that they come with us and bring us courage, bring us peace, give us comfort, surround us in an all-encompassing love. We pour libation for those ancestors in our collective blackness all across the globe with time and space collapsed, and those yet to be born and be here for another go-round. We pour libation for them as well. We'll close out with 3 ashes. Ashe, ashe, asheo.
Thank you, Mama Latrice. A beautiful libation. Beautiful, beautiful. So now it's time for our circle prayer, and we have Baba Kadabasi bringing our prayer today. Let's stand. It's powerful, anyway.
Yes. Come on in, Sindara.
And we have a list that's been.
Yes, the prayer list is up. And let us take a prayerful posture, a prayerful position. Let us relax ourselves and our mind and engage in the practice of prayer. O Holy One, Divine Creator, you who called forth this creation and placed us in it. O Holy One, we thank you for allowing us individually and as a community to witness another winter solstice, when the creeping darkness begins to lose its grip and light begins to reclaim its rightful place and heights. And so it is, O Holy One, it seems like in our society and around the world, we're seeing great changes. I sense a new paradigm. And there are many things taking place on the earth and in the cosmos that we do not fully understand at this time, O Holy One. So we're asking for clarity, and we're asking for knowledge and insight. You know, we're so grateful that you've been with us throughout this 2025 year, because for many of us, there were many challenges, and indeed, we look optimistically and forward into 2026 and ask that you continue to be with us, Holy One, holding us up, guiding us, giving us the strength and the courage and the tenacity to continue to speak out for truth, to stand for justice, to help our people. Be with us, O Holy One. And as I pause and step back, is there another that would like to lift his or her voice this morning, either in the circle or in the Zoom? We'll take one prayer. Is there another? O Holy One, although the offer was made and no one came forward, we continue reaching out. We continue calling forth the great deeds that you have bestowed upon us. Each day is a blessing in a world of chaos and violence and war. We understand and recognize the times that we're living in. And so we are grateful for the level of peace that we've been able to carve out for ourselves in the midst of the chaos and the destruction and the tearing apart of families. Help us, Holy One. We need prayer. We need mercy down here, O Holy One. And as we close this prayer, we want to continue that at a time like this, and so much abundance often comes forward and it is poured out, that there are so many of our fellow human beings that have nothing. And we ask for mercy, O Holy One. We ask for blessings. Help those that are homeless and shut out and struggling to support their families. Have mercy, O Holy One. Send blessings. And I close this prayer in the remembrance of all those that have come before us and have taught us and left behind knowledge and understanding for us to pursue. So I offer this prayer up with confidence and optimism. So this is my prayer. Ashe, Amen Ra. Ashe, Amen Ra. Ashe, Amen Ra.
Yeah, that's the corner door. Oh, shit.
Welcome those who've joined us here in the Wose Sanctuary. Now it's time for we didn't do our huggy kissy time. Let's do it briefly. Can we do that? Yeah, and in honor of Mama Ngina, let's not forget. She wanted us to do. down, I guess. I should. Okay, Jeff, we're going to move on with our affirmation now. Baba Jeff, thank you for all the work you do for our community. It goes, doesn't go, we thank you. We thank everybody who puts work in. It's a lot of work. Let's always be appreciative. I say thank you. So for our affirmation, let us stand. Good peoples, as we get started, we will know God's truth to be free and self-determined.
Creator, help us to remember the humanity, glory, and suffering of our ancestors, and to honor the struggles of
Let us
our
strive
elders.
to bring new vision in life to our people, that there be peace and harmony among us.
Let us be loving, sharing, and creative. Let us work, study, and listen so we may learn and teach and cultivate self-reliance.
Grant us power, O Holy One, as we struggle to resurrect our hearts and our homeland.
We will raise our children according to the needs of our nation with discipline, patience, devotion, and courage. We will strive to be the living models of the new direction for our people.
We are an African
We
people.
are an African
We are
people. We
children
are
of
the
God.
children of God.
Ashe, everybody. Now it's time for sounds of Maat. All of their loveliness and beauty and creativity. Bring it on. We's ready. very kind. So glad this community is we thank you. Oh, we thank you. Our family feels at home. We'll say, we thank you. For making us feel loved. Seems like every time this love and care we find, people so very kind, so glad this community is mine. We thank you for saying, our family feels at home. For saying, we thank you. Our family feels at home. For saying, we thank you. For making us feel loved. Seems like every time this love and care we find, people so very kind, so glad this community is mine.
Oh, Chris.
We'll say we thank you. We thank you. Our family feels at home. We'll say we thank you. Making us feel known. We'll say we thank you. Feels at home.
And that's our beautiful sounds of Maat. Let's give them another round. They're always on it. They are always on it, and we just appreciate all of y'all all the time. I could tell from the song, beautiful song, it was right there. So now it's time for our lovely Mama Keisha. She's going to come and delight us with a historical tribute. Get your notebooks ready. Write it down. You got a pen? I don't have an extra one. So come on, Mama Keisha. Thank you.
Good morning, we'll say. Uh-oh, not anybody in the room. Good morning, we'll say. Now you sound as good as you look. Now is the time in our service for our historical tribute. It's a time that we take out every Sunday to remember, to honor the work and worth of our ancestors. Sometimes it's a person, sometimes it's a group, sometimes it's an event, but it's important for us to remember whose shoulders we are standing on. And we say that we like to keep at least, is it 7 generations? 7 generations alive in the hearts and minds of our people. And Mama Latrice just poured libation, and she called on so many of those whose names we really don't know, but we're still standing on their shoulders. So this morning I thought, I've been listening a lot to our people talk about Africa is waking up, Africa is learning, Africa is realizing what's going on. Well, wait a minute.
Teach us something.
We're here because our people never gave up.
Come on now. Tell it.
We didn't forget,
Tell it.
so that we have to remember. Across the world, purveyors of the myth of white supremacist capitalism, Western powers, have tried to kill our dreams of liberation and unity. But our liberation lives on. And we're still working on that unity thing. And what I discovered was, Africa isn't waking up. We've been awake. We have faced undescribable odds. And we still continue. So I said, well, who are these people they said are just waking up? Well, no. Marcus Garvey knew about the unity of Africa in the 40s, in the 30s, in the 20s. They arrested him, put him in jail. They tried to break his spirit. They never broke his spirit. But he died of a stroke at age 52. And you know how young 52 is. And you know how much work he could have done. Well, in 1905, the leader of the Kenya Liberation, Samoei, was assassinated. They just said, have somebody come and shoot him down. Kimathi, the leader of the neo-colonial Mau Mau in Kenya, he was assassinated. No, he was captured and then executed by the British in 1957. Okay? Okay. Patrice Lumumba, he knew about unity. He was working for unity of our people. You know, we don't have to say Africa's waking up. He was awake. And he wasn't one person. He had all those people behind him who also believed in unity of our people. But they assassinated him at age 35. 35. Samora Machel, one of the designers of Mozambique independence. They lured his plane across the border in South Africa and killed him in December of 1987. Dorothy Nyembe was a South African woman who worked endlessly for the liberation of our people in South Africa. They jailed her for 3 years. She got out, she kept working. They jailed her for 18 more years. They thought they had broken her spirit. They did a lot to her body. She came out and led independence during the freedom of South Africa. Dorothy Nyembe. She died at age 67 in 1998. Thomas Sankara. Thomas Sankara. Oh, what a visionary. And we have a man named for here. What a visionary. He was on it. His people said, we ain't no Upper Volta. That's the name of a river. We are the land of upright people. Burkina Faso. What's this about? Africa is waking up. Hey, we've been awake. But they paid this man father died when he was young, and Thomas Sankara's father took him in and raised him as his own son. And when the mess went down and the French were paying people, they paid him to come and kill Thomas Sankara, who he was raised with almost as a brother, okay? Don't talk to me about Africa has to wake up. We're already awake, but we're alive about such evil and such successful. Well, who was it who said white folks are good at PR? Their PR was so good that this man thought he could kill Thomas Sankara, but he did not kill that man. He's alive in our hearts today. 1987. In 1981, there was a Nubian man who was the head of state of Egypt. His name was Anwar Sadat. He worked for the overthrow of King Farouk. He worked with Nasser, and he was on it. Those people were on it. And his own security was paid. His own security. I remember when it happened. And they assassinated him, 1981. Amilcar Cabral, the brother was bad. If you want to read something that makes you feel good, read about Amilcar Cabral. He worked for the liberation of Guinea-Bissau and Cape Verde Islands. They assassinated him in January of 1973. And then the one they call the father of Pan-Africanism, Kwame Nkrumah. Kwame Nkrumah. If you want an experience that will just warm your heart, read his autobiography. I always say that was the turning point in my husband's life. He was a youngster when he read that book, and he was a Pan-Africanist ever since. Not only did they exile him, but they tried to erase his name from everybody in Ghana. And he's one of the reasons that we're here today in Wose. He never was broken, but he was exiled. And he lived out the rest of his life away from Ghana, away from the leadership. But we remember Kwame Nkrumah. She worked. They arrested her. They put her in jail. They banned her. They tried to take her children away. But Winnie Mandela stood tall. They didn't directly kill her, but she suffered with diabetes most of her life. The stress was just, But what do you mean we have to wake up? Africa been awake. But we've been fighting some awfully tough battles. And Winnie Mandela was standing right there and still standing with us. She died in April of 2018. But she, as I said, they compromised her health in a serious way. Sekou Touré. I was in college when they got their independence, and the question was whether if you wanted to get your independence from France, and we're talking about Guinea, if you want to get your independence, you have to join the French Community of Nations. And you're going to take a vote. You get your independence and you can vote, yes, we want to be part of the French community, or no. And I remember, as I said, I was in college and I didn't understand a lot of things, but they stood up and they said, no, we ain't joining the French community. And the French said, oh, no. They took the wallpaper off the walls. They took the phones. They took the wires. They said, you don't want to be part of us? They tried to force the people of Guinea onto their knees. Don't tell me that we're waking up. They were awake when they voted in 1958. No, we don't want to be part of the community. They were already awake. Anyway, Sekou Touré died in 1984 in Cleveland from cardiac arrest. And he was another one whose health was compromised by this continual onslaught by the French. French, you want to say French is so cute and so, not to our people. Wake up. And then the one whose story I can tell by heart, Stephen Biko. Okay? Stephen Biko, he stood for black people. He taught people who had been assaulted with there's nothing good about your culture, everything good about white culture. He taught them, oh no, your culture is all right, because that's us. They beat him and tortured him and assassinated him in September of 1977. We can't tell the date because they had him in custody for so long. Don't tell me that Africa has to unite. You know all those people who were behind Stephen Biko, who believed in what he believed and who were working. But oh Lord, we had that evil we had to deal with. I have to, there's so many of them that I don't want to take all your time, but then Nelson Mandela, they got him in his prime and put him in prison, and he suffered untold cruelties. We'll never be able to explain or describe all the indignities that he suffered. And they compromised him. When he came out, he agreed to things he ordinarily would not have agreed to. But he stood strong, and he still is an example of the liberation of our people. He died at age 95. They thought they broke his spirit, but we still remember the work and worth of Nelson Mandela, and we will never turn our back on our heroes. The President of the United States was Barack Obama. But it was under his regime that they got Muammar Gaddafi. We can't sugarcoat it. That's when it happened. Gaddafi's work in Libya was so strong that they had the highest per capita life in Africa. They also had a satellite for the region. He was uniting all of those northern and central African countries into one. Unity is what he was working on. And they said, oh, no, 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 no. And we're going to get you when America has a black president. And they did. And right now, there's confusion all over Libya. They assassinated him in October of 2011 when Barack Obama was president. Agostinho Neto, again, Angola's leader. He was a charismatic leader, NATO. And he was assassinated. No, he died of pancreatic cancer, which was interesting because there's a golden thread of the number of people who died of pancreatic cancer, and it makes me wonder, how did this happen? But I don't have no facts, so I'm not going to give you suppositions. And then the leader of Togo, Sylvanus Olympio. That's another story. When you start reading about Olympio, you say, wow, how did our people, with such a strong attack under the myth of white supremacy, how did we make so much progress? But Sylvanus was one of them, and he was assassinated in 1963. And Togo has never gotten itself back together. And then, I've got to hurry along. There's a question about Kabila from the Congo. Depending on what you read, you have to think about what his contributions. But all of them who struggled, we owe a debt to. And in Burundi, Ndadaye was assassinated in 1983. I think we know the story about him. Nyobi, Reuben Nyobi, in Cameroon, that's an exciting story. His middle name is U-M, and they call, there's an Umista, what he believed in and what the people in Cameroon believed in because of Nyoba. He was assassinated in September of '58. Fred Hampton united the Black Panther Party, the Young Lords, and the Po-Whites. They had a name. He united them. They had a meeting in Chicago. Oh, United States, He's uniting these three. We don't want him uniting nobody else. They shot him in his bed. They shot him in his bed. Okay? So Fred Hampton was assassinated in 1969. Tom Mboya, He was working for Kenya, um, what I say, independence. They already had their name in independence, but they were not functioning in independence. And he wanted to revamp the educational system. That's what he wanted. And he got shot down in July of 1969. 1969 was a terrible year for assassination of black leaders. And then I'm hurrying along. Felix Moume from Cameroon, he was assassinated in 1960. Eduardo Mondlane from Mozambique, he and Amilcar Cabral had united to free Mozambique. My sister went to college with Mondlane in the 50s, and that was very interesting because he was really dedicated to the freedom and unity of Africa. And I think she graduated from college in 1950, so you know how far back that went. And Mondlane was assassinated in February of 1969 again. Maurice Bishop, personal to Wose, because we had a number of the people from the New Jewel movement come to Wose when we were on Galindo Street. And members of Wose were working on helping out the New Jewel movement. They shot him down. And they took over the work that was being done in Grenada, and they still haven't bounced back. Then there's Barca from Morocco, 1965. That's a whole nother story. Che Guevara. And why do I include Che Guevara? Because he actually went to Africa and worked with freedom movements in Africa. And then there's so many others, but Chris Hani, and I can't leave out, I'm out of time. Chitepo from Zimbabwe, he was assassinated in 1975. Today's historical tribute and the Wose Community Church is dedicated to the work and worth and success of those leaders and the thousands who supported them, and the thousands who supported them, and the thousands who supported them, whose names we don't know. May their memory and their work live long in the hearts and minds of our people.
Let's thank Mama Keisha again. That was beautiful. And I told you to have your notebooks out, have your pen to write with. So yeah, we did a little forgetting. We forgot to do our announcements. Our first announcement I'm going to make is, and it's the only one we have, I think, for Oakland. Mama Keisha's got goods back on a table here in the sanctuary, the things for sale. So please take a peek for Kwanzaa. Please take a look and be generous and buy if you need, and their candles. And then Mama Pam has another announcement. And that's 5:30 this Friday, the 26th, at City of Refuge. Please come out. And okay, I'll repeat it again. Our school, Iliamade, and is sponsoring the Kwanzaa, this Umoja, this first day of Kwanzaa, Friday, at 5:30 at the City of Refuge. And Sacramento, come on down if you can make it. Anybody else? Okay?
I have an announcement.
Okay.
This evening from 6 to 9, we are one band. Frankie Beverly Mays Tribute Band is performing at Lucy Blues, downtown Oakland on Telegraph Avenue from 6 to 9 p.m. and it's free, y'all. So come on out and enjoy yourself.
Say that again, Baba Jeff. I mean, Baba,
Call me out my
David.
name. Call me out my name now. Baba Jeff. We are one band at Lucy Blues on Telegraph at 19th. I'm not sure the exact address, but you'll see it out there. It's Frankie Beverly and Mays tribute band, and we have a free performance from 6 to 9 p.m., so come on out.
Beautiful. And so
I should say this also, that I spoke to the band last night, and they've agreed when we arrange it to do a fundraiser for Il Elmo Day.
Beautiful.
So hook it up. They're ready to go.
All right, exciting. So do we have any announcements from Sacramento? Yes.
These are your WOSE Sacramento announcements for Sunday, December 21st, 2025. The Kemetic Spiritual Book Study, led by the Honorable Professor Menu Ampim, will meet every Sunday at 9 a.m. for the next 6
book
weeks,
study
beginning on 12/21/25 through January 25th, 2026. The Zoom meeting login and ID are the same as for our Sunday service. The Pan-African Peoples Organization will celebrate Kwanzaa on Tuesday, December 30th from 6 to 8 p.m. The address is 981 89th Avenue in Oakland. The purpose or theme of this celebration will be to honor Kwanzaa Queen Mother,
celebration
Sister Makenya Sibeko Kuyate.
That's going to be
We look
December
forward to
30th
seeing you there.
from 6 to 8 p.m. The address is there,
The
981
Community
89th
Church
Avenue.
Kwanzaa
And then
2025
our
will
sister
take
church,
place on Saturday,
we'll
December
say
27th
Sacramento's having
at
Kwanzaa
5
on
p.m.
December
Join
7th.
us as we celebrate Kujichagulia, family, culture, and community. We can't wait to see you at Roberts Family Development Center, 766 Darina Avenue in Sachet. An intercessory prayer for your family Mondays and Fridays, 5:30 a.m. time. This flyer in the chat. This is a Zoom account. Take these notes to please continue to pray.
That's Monday and Fridays at 5:30 a.m.
Will also be in.
Sorry, she's breaking up. So no Black Knowledge Matters this Wednesday. Somebody's interested in presenting, please send a suggested topic to this email.
Tony Browder's study tours of Egypt will take place on July 7th through 21st for 15 days and December 12th through 23 for 10 days in 2026. Note, these are his final study tours. Visit ctoinc.com for reservations and information. That concludes our announcements. Ashe.
Ashe. All right, now it's time for Sounds of Maat to come back up here and delight us. And we're so honored and privileged. Thank you for that magic. Thank you for that blessing. Thank you for that lesson. Thank you for that lesson. Thank you for that beautiful message. So now Mama Keisha is going to come up and make an announcement. Something. Yeah. A surprise? It's a surprise.
A surprise announcement. There has been a person in our community since, I think, COVID, named Brother Bamandele Demerson. He has been a silent, strong member of this community, and some of you might not even know his name. He's a art aficionado. I mean, I can't name all the things he is, but the brother is moving to New Orleans. He's going to be part of us because we got Zoom. But today, I don't know if this is the last Sunday that you will be with us, or will it be 2 weeks from. This is the last Sunday he will be with us. We want to say thank you for your work. Thank you for your strength. Thank you for being with us for all this time. Can you come up and let us all just see who this brother is? He's leaving us, but he's not leaving us. Want to say something?
Oh, this is a surprise.
Don't tell me nothing. I can't hold water.
But I have to say that for the past, since 2019, when I started coming to Wosay, I have found this a welcoming community, an engaging community, an enlightening community. And I say thank you so very much for, I say thank you so, I want to say thank you so very much for being Wosay, for all of us, and particularly for being here for me. I'm so appreciative. Thank you so very much. This is indeed a surprise. I was not expecting this announcement.
Don't tell me anything.
Thank you, Mama Keisha, for bringing it to our attention. We needed to hear that. We really needed to hear that. We wish you the best of everything, Baba Bamandele. You really made a difference in our Wosay community. And we praise you for making the change and lift you up as you make this move. And I don't want you to go, but I know.
You know, at this point, I made an F- in retirement. At 75 years of age, I have finally decided to retire. But I am using this time to go back to school again. And not because I'm trying to climb a career ladder or anything, but because I have the time to do it. I want to do it. and maybe I can engage in a little teaching on the side or something. So anyway, I want to say thank you again, but I'm going to, oh, will be pursuing a doctoral degree in urban studies. All right, thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Are we not inspired? Let us all be inspired and lift him up, praise him as he goes and shows us how to do stuff. Let's walk in the steps. We are never too old to do new things. We're just never too old. Okay, we take that away. So, yeah, I got to talk to you some more, though. Okay, so now it's time for us to do our litany of sacrifice. We got to pay bills here. Come on up, Baba Kalabazi. And thank you.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Sister Connie. And hey, Brother Bowman Daly is going to be departing here. And what a surprise, what a joy, what a positive spirit he has been with this community here. And we will miss him. But we know in his leaving that he takes a little bit of us with him, you know. The time we spent here studying together and worshiping together. Yes, he does. So again, just to add my voice, would like to wish the good brother all the best in his transition and the work that he intends to pursue. This is the time in the Wose worship service for the litany of sacrifice. And the litany of sacrifice offers us an opportunity to give back a portion of that which we have received back to the community out of gratitude, out of respect, and simply support. And last time we were here, we celebrated our 45th anniversary. 45 years the Wose community, doing work in the community, being membership supported. So would like to thank all of those members that have in the past and today continue to support our work here. You know, you make it possible for us to do what we do, and we appreciate it. But it's never ending. You know, the work continues and the costs and expenses continues as well. So we do need your continuous support and contributions. I was led to this passage that I'd like to share with you this morning from the Hosea. And again, I want to encourage all the members to get their personal copy of the Hosea and spend some time with the book. You know, study the book. So this morning I'm led to the book of Kakepa Ra-Sanab, who was writing around the time when the centralized government was collapsing and things were turning bad and sour for the people of Kemet. But I saw in his writing so many parallels of the challenges and the very sad and negative things that we're facing in our society today. And so that's on page 77. And I was led to the first passage number 1, the book of Kakepa Ra-Sanab, passage number 1. Would that I knew what others are ignorant of, something that had not already been said, that might speak and have my heart answer me, that I might explain to it my distress and shift to it the burden on my back and speak of that which afflicts me, that I may tell it what I suffer and breathe a sigh of relief afterwards. I meditate upon what has happened, on the things which have come to pass throughout the land, Changes have taken place, and it is not like last year. 1 year or more is troublesome than the next. The land is in turmoil and being destroyed. Maat, righteousness and order has been cast out, and Isfat, evil and chaos, is in the council hall. The way of God is violated, and his commandments are brushed aside. The land is in turmoil, and there is mourning everywhere. Does that sound a little familiar today? It does. Cycles indeed. And as we move forward to the litany, I don't know if we'll be able to show the litany on the screen. So those of you in the audience, you can find a copy of the Litany of Sacrifice in the black binder on page 15, because it's page 3, but it has the number 15 in the lower right-hand corner, so evidently it's been moved around. But that's where you will typically find it, the third page inside the black binder, because this is participatory. And so the opening is really a prayer, and we would like for all to join in this prayer, whether you're here in the sanctuary, whether you're in the privacy of your home. It's important to say these things, to recite them. It helps to internalize the statements and the words that are being shared. And so every week we go through this process as a part of our service. For that reason, we want you to internalize the things that we're saying and are sharing and trying to teach. And it's through repetition that this occurs. So the litany of sacrifice. Save us, O Holy One, by your name. Vindicate us by your might. Hear my prayer, divine protector. Listen to the words of my mouth. How can we repay the Holy One for the gifts that have been given to us? We will lift up the cup of salvation and call upon the God of our ancestors. We will fulfill our vows to our Creator in the presence of all our people. Gladly we bring our sacrifices to you. We will praise your name, O Amen Ra, for it is good. Umoja, unity. We shall strive to maintain unity, family, community, nation, and race. Ujima, collective work and responsibility. We shall build and maintain our communities together. Our brothers and sisters' problems shall be ours to solve together. Nia, purpose. We shall make our collective vocation the building and development of our community and the restoration of our people to our traditional greatness. Imani, faith. We will believe with all our hearts in our God, our people, and in the righteousness and victory of our struggles. Amen Ra. Okay. We thank you for the contributions. Those of you in the Zoom world, you can go into WOSE Oakland website, and make an electronic contribution there. You can likewise, you can go into we'll say SAC and do likewise on their website. They need your support as well. They're in the north, we're in the south, but our work is the same. Same family, same community. So send them some, send them some love when you have the opportunity, and also send them a contribution. And so with the lights blazing so beautifully in the back, I love seeing those canara all lit and glowing in the Holy of Holies. Holy One, Divine Creator, again, I come humbly and ever grateful for the opportunity to come forward and to thank you and to speak of the things that you have done for me and for this community that I've been a part of for so many years. We thank you, O Holy One, for all those years of support from those individuals that found it in their heart, in all times, lean times, in good times, but to send a small contribution to the Wosei community that we may continue our work. We offer a prayer for the sick and the downtrodden and those losing of hope. Yeah, well, there was another phone in the vicinity hiding underneath. So just thank you, Holy One, and thank you, Wosei community, for your benevolence and for your contributions. So again, you can send those to Wosei Oakland as well as Wosei SAC. We'll be happy to receive them. And so we ask that you continue to remain engaged with us as we go through the service. Open your hearts and minds for the one who will come with a message that you should hear. In the Wosei community, it's like a continual teaching session when you come here, when you come through the door. All the rituals, all the different things that we do, right on through the message and until closing time. So always stay with us. If this is your first time, come back at different times and check out our worship service. And so with that, I'm going to put the microphone away. We've been having passed the mic today. For some reason, I'm not sure what's going on. That mic seemed to be alive or something happening with it.
Thank you, Baba Kadabasi. Thank you so much. All right, that was a beautiful litany of sacrifice. So now we're here to get some more meat from today. Our illustrious minister, Minister Kofi, is going to come up and delight us and enthrall us and teach us today. So come on, bring it on. We're ready for you. Got our notepads out, got our pencils.
Does this work? Yeah. Yeah, help me out. Thank you. Look, it's good. So we're getting towards the end of the year and the beginning of the Kwanzaa season. And I wanted to, first of all, I'm sure many of you heard me say holistic health, holistic healing. And part of my ministry is considered for me the holistic ministry. In defining holistic health, we're talking about the body, the mind, and the spirit. And unlike Western influence, European-based information, African-centered philosophy believes that those three things are integrated, that all of them interact with each other in order for us to be complete people. In order to truly be healthy, both mind, body, and spirit need to be integrated. That's why in our service, we have the beautiful feeding of things like the awesome history that Mama Keisha provided with us about our predecessors who have sacrificed themselves. And then we have music that touches the spirit and the soul. And then we're also given an opportunity to be informed, educated, and lifted up by spiritual information. That's not by accident. That is by design. And one of the beauties, and I'm one of the folks that really am missing the fact and sad about the fact, but also elated by the fact that Bob Mandela is leaving physically to further his education, is that his presence also represents that coming together of mind, body, and spirit in his work, in working with museums, which are collections of our culture, of our history, of our existence. And the reality about us being who we are, where we are, is that we've had to fight to verify and confirm our very existence. That's why we have people trying to hand out this misinformation about Africa's waking up, when we've been woke since there's been history. We are the essence of being awake. And it's only other folks that have been catching on or have been intentionally hiding the truth. And then there's some of us who might be just waking up. Oh, okay. Me and Brother David, we know, yeah. See, I wasn't always woke. Know about y'all, I'll just speak for myself. But for me, there was a period of time when I wasn't always aware. I wasn't always saying I'm African. And I didn't have this understanding about who we really be. And part of holistic health is to understand, how do we know we healthy? Uh-oh. Is there some assumption that all is well, that ends well? That's what we're going to talk about today, if you don't mind. All is well that ends well. How do we integrate mind, body, and spirit? How do we know we're well? I have this prayer, page 31, in the Hosea, in the book of Kun Anup. When you embark on the lake of Maat, truth, justice, and righteousness, may you sail on it with a good wind. May no storm tear away your sail, nor your boat lag behind. May no misfortune fall on your mast, and may your mainstays not snap. May you not run aground, nor the current carry you away. May you not taste the evils of the river, nor see a face of fear. And may the fish come quickly to you, and plump birds gather around you. For you are the father of the orphan, the husband of the widow, the brother of the divorced woman, and a protective garment for the motherless. Ashe? assessing your spiritual health. You know, I want to share a little personal thing about health. Physically, I just recently turned 70. And always since I've been about 50, I've been willing to get a health checkup right near my birthday, either right before it or right after. And some of you already have had that similar type of practice. For me, it became very significant because I was diagnosed a few years ago with prostate cancer. And if it had not been for those regular checkups, I would have never found out. And this year, one of my benefits and gifts holistically is that since that diagnosis and yearly coming in, I have 0 prostate cancer. So that's a physical representation of holistic health, because during that same period of time, I've amped up my spirituality. I've been engaged more about the powerful, positive things about life, both physically, where I've changed my diet. I still got some favorites that I hang on to, but I eat less of them. Man, yeah. And see, I also mentally, I started to feed myself things that were centered around the culture that I know and embrace and love, but now I was centered around it. That's what led me to Wose. And then spiritually, my direction about my purpose, about who I be, what I be, and where I want to be has been resolved so that I take on my challenges according to divine will and not personal will. Y'all don't hear me? And that, thank you, Thankar. He's a part of my rah-rah crew, and y'all just have to help. Just let him cheer too. If y'all won't get it, he will. Thank you. So, for me personally, that has mirrored my improvement of health, because I went from, I don't know if you know the medical stuff, but when I first got PSA, and I shared that with Ustadi, who is familiar with that condition, and he and me were speaking about it when we first even started to talk and share, I was at 47. The range of health is between 8 and 1. I was at 47. When I went in for my treatment, the things that I did and the things that I focused in on, along with the other things of holistic healing, I came out by the first year of treatment at 0.1. Just in a year. And now it's 0.01. It was basically none. And I'm saying that because that should be reflective about your spiritual health. There should be some real live evidence that it works, that it's meaningful, that it's powerful, that it makes real life changes. It shouldn't just be a theory. It just shouldn't be a conversation piece. It should be something that exhibited personally first. Because how you going to share it with others if it ain't something known to yourself? How you going to talk about healing and healthy and you sick? Oh, okay. They might talk. Yeah. See, wellness is a community condition as well as a personal condition. Wellness. That's the state of being holistically healthy. We have an opportunity this time of year to celebrate as a community and as personally a state that should be how we can measure our spiritual holistic health for this year. Kwanzaa is not just simply a replacement for Christmas for black folks, in case you didn't get the memo. Kwanzaa is about celebrating for folks who have an African-centered philosophy and understanding about life, how you have been on top of your commitments spiritually, emotionally, and mentally to yourself, your family, and the community. I don't know if y'all with me. Kwanzaa is not for children alone when we handed out gifts like that Xmas stuff. It is supposed to be about adults coming together as family, as a community that says, I said I'm committed to something. See, if you're a parent, or if you're a big brother, a big sister, mother, father, uncle, auntie, and you make commitments to someone or something, it's tangible. It's real. And you should be able to touch it, see it, and feel it. Somebody come with me today. Come on now. You can't express that intellectually. You have to have real, live achievement. Something has to have changed or improved in what you are doing and what you're doing with others. Iguza Saba was created for us to have a social measurement of how we be. Y'all don't hear me? Kwanzaa is a spiritual season, which we practice and we engage in a social manner. We get to celebrate, but we also need to recognize. We get to interact with one another, and please, I have changed a lot of things when I got into ministry, but I still like a good time. I still like to party. I just may not dance as well as I used to, but I still love to party. And understand, us celebrating is very African. Hope y'all know. It ain't just something that we do when there's something else on the side. It's supposed to be how we be. How we be is that every day, as the old folks would tell me, above the ground is a day to celebrate life. Every day. And when you get older, what you recognize even more is how precious that time is above ground. Come on, Mama Keisha. You got to really understand to respect life, be grateful for life, and celebrate life. Iguza Saba is the season to celebrate living. So when you talk about Umoja, ask yourself the question, where and have you practiced unity? It can't just be a theory. And unity is not only the part of the word community, but it's also a life practice, something you're supposed to be doing. Uh-oh. And you check in at this time of season. When you sit down with your children and you're supposed to be questioning them about their commitments and whether they've earned some gifts, you should be checking in with yourself and whether or not you've earned the gifts from the divine for the behavior that you have been committed to. Unity, umoja. Then with Kujichagulia, how well do you really define yourself? Do people know who you are? Besides your first name or your government name? Huh? See, I was fortunate enough to go and take my government name to Africa and receive my true name. That tells you who I be. See, because I be Mali, who is the son in the third line of men with that first name. Y'all don't know. And I be Kofi because I was born on a Friday. Y'all don't hear me. And then I'm Nyamaki because I truly feel and accept that I'm a gift from God. Y'all don't hear me. Who are you? And how well do you identify yourself? When Sankara said that he heard his name called, he said, that's who I'm named after. Come on, y'all. Do you have that type of identity? Can you really stand and identify who you be? Because that's Kuji Tagalia. Well, okay, maybe I'm saying asking for too much. And then with Ujima, collective work and responsibility, the key word is collective. But there's also a responsibility. Do you really practice care for others? Can you demonstrate a real concern and not one of those polite little, how you doing? Fake smile. Yeah, see, collective work and responsibility calls you out because you have to do it even when you may not feel like it. And in Ujamaa, cooperative means I have to get along with other folks. And I have to get along with them around my money. Oh, you do realize economics is about how do you spend your money? Does it go towards your own personal pursuits? And trust and believe, yes, I don't mind a little bling bling. But I also get my bling bling from black folks. I spend my money amongst my community as much as I can. If we owned a bank out here, I'd bank with them. Okay? Cooperative economics means I have to also work with others. It can't just be about me. And then Nia, what is your purpose? I got a suggestion. Y'all want to hear about it? In a book that I believe will one day become our sacred text, in Maat. Here's an ideal about purpose. Our tasks in lives are the things we do to work towards fulfillment of our life purpose. They arise from our individual, family, community, race, culture, and world histories. What are we? What have we been? What should we become? There are things that make a strong heart weak. So we must follow our will, set up by the divine. What's your purpose? If we can't do anything more for young people who may not be our own children, offsprings, we should contribute to them understanding, answering the question of why we are here. Now, I know I didn't have the answer early on in my life. Fortunately, I did spend some time around a lot of older folks who helped make suggestions that helped me to kind of navigate that question. Because you may not get it in one sitting. I don't think you will. But I think that's part of having experience. Because over time, life should teach you your purpose. One thing I found really consistent is when you try to not have your purpose, when you try not to follow divine will towards a goal, your life seems to be chaotic. Because the divine be like, no, that's not it. And we'll nicely bump our heads until we either get sore from head bumps or we kind of pay attention. Me, even though I was difficult, even though I was stubborn, don't say nothing to study, I eventually said, I'm tired of the head bumps. And I yielded to understand the less I don't go against the divine's will, the less I have to worry about head bumps. But that might just be me. I mean, y'all pretty got it together. And y'all don't bump into nothing. Mm-hmm. Okay, accept that away. And then we have Kuumba. Now, Asadi knows that when we were first being introduced to Kwanzaa celebrations under the guidance of Mama McKenya, Kuumba was traditionally the party night. Am I right, Stoddy? Used to, especially over in Papo, one of the reasons why they got that night is because it was the big party night where everybody who was black and African, that's how you do your African black partying. Kuumba is also about the creativity that expresses the gifts that the divine has given you. Everybody has some. The issue is, what do you do with what you got? Now, see, a great example is the Sounds of Maat. They take part of their gifts, because that ain't their only ones, and share it on a community level with music, with song that touches and stirs the soul. What do you do with your gifts? See, I know that Thandaway does some things with her gifts. That's why she's our unofficial archivist of the Wosay community, because she puts us on and she films everything. And then we have Mama Keisha. That's why she can go with that history. Some of it she don't even have to look at the paper. She be toying with us, making it look like she reading it, because much of it is stuff she has lived and also understood through her own study and research. So it's obvious what her purpose is. It's obvious what she does with her gift. These are people who have different types of personalities and characters, so the gifts ain't all the same. The value of it is, what do you do with what you got? If it wasn't for our elders, if it wasn't for our predecessors, if it wasn't for our ancestors sharing their gifts, there would be no us. Somebody needs to know that. Is that even though their gifts might have been minor comparatively, maybe they didn't end up in a history book, maybe they weren't a part of some great movement, whatever they were contributing with their talents, their gifts, their skills, it moved us. And that's important for us today as Wosay. See, I have to say, looking at my own personal assessment of health, I'm pretty pleased. I mean, I made it to 70, and 20 years ago, there was a whole lot of outstanding bets that I wouldn't. And y'all don't understand why, but I do. Because there were a whole lot of folks said, the way he's living, no, we don't think so. So I know I've been given extension and a health bill that seems to be quite well right now. Okay? What about you? When you look in the mirror, what do you really see? Is your health measured in a way that says, oh yeah, I'm doing pretty well? Because if not, then this last, who's the sovereign principle, is about you. Faith. See, people may misunderstood Imani. It is not a religious principle. And it's an action, expression of a spiritual relationship. See, when you have faith, it should cause you to do certain things. See, when you have faith, you don't just show up in a church house going hallelujah. When you have faith, it means you show up in other places where you express that faith by what you do. And there are also some things you don't do. Because when you have faith, see, I don't just say I love the Lord and I really love all y'all. I also show up and express that love the way I deal with you, the way that I treat you. How do I talk to you? Do I be concerned about your real health, which is holistic? I may not know the best ways to give you a good diet, but I do know that there are things that should be done and not done to help your health chances increase. Somebody come with me, y'all. See, understand that's what holistic health is about. And that faith, Imani, really shows up. Because when you don't have it, it's easy to get depressed. It's easy to get feelings of negativity that just ain't going to work. It will be easy for you to consider quitting. Because, see, faith calls you out. So when an example is, because Jose is a movement, which means it involves action and activity, that means like we never should forget that Iliomade is a part of Jose. Uh-oh. That's the signal, Pam. I want you to understand something. Many of you are practicing something that you may not realize is not that spiritually well. Here's an example. You have a school. You know its name. But how many of you know the staff? How many of you know the teachers? And I don't even want to begin to ask you how many of you know the students. Because you're one of them. See, I probably didn't even know this Sankara is a student in Iliomade. It shows, because if you know anything about the school, that's one of the products. And we have 40 years of it. It didn't just start yesterday. 5 years after the founding of Wosei, the church mothers, the women of Wosei said, we need to create an institution born of our spiritual beliefs. Our spiritual beliefs. Our spiritual beliefs. Not no academia. Not no, let's see how many 4.0s we come up with. That's nice, but that's not why. It's because spiritually, we need to have a place where you could demonstrate the spiritual principles we say as a Wosei community are important, that we believe, that we practice, that we live. Y'all don't go. Oh, come on. And I want to challenge you as this year comes that you demonstrate it. I don't want lip service. Okay? Yes, I said that. Karabati. Yes, I said that. Ustadi. I ain't going to throw it. I've already done that away a few times. I'll do it, we'll say Desmond. I said, understand the challenge of expanding our health, expanding our community, relies on how well we can do the things we say we are supposed to do, starting right here. Wosei has a whole body, 100 students, young minds, hearts, and spirits that need to be touched spiritually. The teachers got the academics, don't they, Mama Ashley? Yeah, the teachers got the spirit, the academics, and Mama Pam, she got the administration. She keep the budget tight, real tight, in the black. Y'all don't feel me? Because that wasn't always true. We need to handle the spirit. And sometimes it's just by being present. Other times it will be an actual show up in an event that the school is sponsoring. Everything from fun stuff in the schoolyard to things off site where they're gathering together. That should be your mission. 2, as we all know during the litany of sacrifice that Baba Kadabazi so laid out eloquently, we're contributing to a movement that has a mission and a purpose. And it is half done if we're only talking to ourselves. We need to be talking to others. Like some of these parents, which if you met them, you would understand why I'm saying this. Because them parents need to be touched. Okay, y'all don't know that. All right, well, David knows. He's one of the parents. He knows what his folks look like, don't they, Latrice? No, don't even do that one. Because you can't ask people to behave in a certain manner that you have not modeled or shared. Oh, yes. We can't just speak it on Sunday. We got to model it amongst the folks. Imani called you out. Your faith should be exhibited by your presence, who you carry yourself to be. When you walk and talk, Maat. When you are motivated and more than emotion, you're not just a notion, but you're also complete activity. When they see you, they should see Maat. They should feel Maat. They shouldn't just hear it. They should be touched by it. Come on, y'all. Imani calls us out specially because it is no accident. It's at the fulfillment, not the end, the fulfillment of Nguza Saba. Because when you practice as a community, as a family, as an individual, those principles, it should lead you somewhere. And right now, we have something concrete in front of us. Not like other communities, they wish they had a school. We have a school. Y'all don't get that? So we have a body of people. Some of them may not know they need it, but they all need it. The children, the teachers even, Mama Ashley, the teachers, the students, the teachers, the staff, and the parents, they need us. But they need us healthy. They need us whole. And they need us well. So if you're still struggling with your healthiness, okay, well, let's work on it before you offer it. But I believe that most of you, I ain't gonna say no names, most of you understand how to measure, how to look at, and be honest about where your spirituality is. All of y'all have a gift to share. All of you, no matter where your level is in terms of that spiritual healthiness. All of you have the ability to offer and share and be a gift to someone else other than yourself. But I will continue to push that first and foremost, it starts with you. So if I can inspire anything, if I can raise something for you during this Kwanzaa season, show up and show out. Show up. Be somewhere other than just your private space. We have a Kwanzaa celebration. There are two at least where we are invested in. We have the one at City of Refuge. We should show up. And then we also have the one at Ustadi's household. We should show up. Even if he may not have enough food for all of us to show up, then bring something with you. Guarantee you'll have a snack. Those are at least two events. And then show out. Now, I like that part because before, one of the things that made me a party person is that when I showed up, you never had to guess if I was there. Okay, David knows. The rest of y'all might not know. Yeah, they don't know when I show up. Yeah, see, showing out is a powerful thing if it's done under the auspices of spiritual compass. I'm not showing out just bringing attention to me. I'm not showing out just to be loud and noisy. I'm showing out because there's something within me that I think is of value to share with others. I'll say it again. There's something of value within me that I wish to share with others. And it starts first with me. When I look and I get up in the morning, I am amazingly happy to be blessed with the gift of life. Amazingly blessed. See, I hope you ain't got to wait till you get to be 70 to understand how precious life is. Because when you wake up, instead of coming to, y'all don't hear me. See, some of y'all missed that because you're not in that era. But see, when you wake up and you can get up and then it's on. And you are excited by that gift. That should be cause to celebrate right off. And then it can only get better. See, that's the way I look at it these days. It only gets better, regardless of what the world has going on. I got something going on that the world can't disturb. It can't disturb it. Because the world didn't give it to me, and the world can't take it away. Y'all don't get it. Come on, David. See, that should be a celebration because that's mine. I get to influence all of that. And then you folks get admitted in. Because then I'm going to show out. Because in case you didn't hear it, I'll tell you. You know, let me tell you about it. And I'll tell you through my behavior. You ain't going to have a sermon every time you see me. But when I interact with you, there should be something going on between us that keeps mirroring that. Because I enjoy life and I enjoy the lives that are around me. Even if I may not know you that well. One thing I look forward to with Jose is that I look forward to knowing you better. Because I have an expectancy that the more I know about you, the better I will feel about me. Come on, Ustadi. Because if anybody knows, Ustadi knows, the more that I know about him and the way that I dominate him, I didn't mention that. The more I know about Ustadi, the more that I understand about Ustadi, the better I feel about me, particularly as a domino player. Oh. Yes, okay, all right. I'll behave. I ain't even gonna mention the guy who's eyeing me on the sideline. Because the more that I don't play him, the better I feel about dominoes. Baba Ty. But that's a good balancing thing. So I don't get too swole up. But that's how good life is. See, life is so good, I can enjoy the parts where I struggle and try to figure out why he continues to beat me. And then the part that I do enjoy really greatly, the person that I get to whip on regularly. And then there's folks who give me little check-ins. See, y'all don't know, Mama Ziza knows when I was really acting out. But it was professional. It was on the stage. Worked pretty well for years. Understand there are things about yourself that you should be sharing. Because then you get the reciprocity of people sharing with you in return. Y'all feel me? I hope you do. So understand, all is well. And we are yet to end the story. And I believe that the more spiritually oriented we are, the more we're engaged with one another, because it takes more than one for us to accomplish the mission we are really on, because we are on a journey. We are on a mission. We have something to accomplish. And the we can't be a we if the I's don't become part of and part in and part with. If we don't do those things, then we can't be surprised about the outcomes we have. Because we may not want to hook up together, but boy, when it comes to the outcomes, you get dragged in anyway. So I believe that that's one of the callings for Jose as 2026 comes, is how do we integrate our gifts, our talents, and then show that our belief systems are effective for a generation that may not even spell belief, that are unchurched, don't want to hear nothing about God. Y'all don't feel me? And somehow translate that into relationships that can only grow, that can only get better, that can only touch folks and move folks. Ashe? Ashe? Ashe! So how was your spiritual checkup?
Give Minister Molly another round of applause for that powerful message. Where are we with the Nguzo Saba with our family? Where are we with the Nguzo Saba practicing those principles with ourselves, right? And the Kemetic spiritual principles. We got to practice Maat. We got to practice the Nguzo Saba every day, every week with our family, friends, share with one another. But also, it's also important that we work together and we commune. And at this time, I'm not sure if in this house, how many new members do we have, or how many, is anyone here for the first time here at Wose? All right, then that means we're all family, which is good. Is there anyone online here at Wose for the first time? And if you are here for the first time, or you haven't been coming all the time, it's time to come back to Wose. It's time to build with us. It's time we get organized. It's time that we rise together. It's time for you to join Wose, and don't wait till later. Do it today. We had a great service. We had a librarian of history speak earlier today, Mama Keisha. We had a solar power song by Sounds of Maat. She's looking like the sun with her yellow on as well. The drummers, Sounds of Maat, everyone here, people that did the libation, and the speech was on point. And it's actually directly in line with the winter solstice. Time for us to examine ourselves, examine what we're doing, reflect, even for myself. And how can I improve and step up, right? And how can we all step up and do our part in building community? Baby's with his mom right now, but the baby will be with me next weekend. Yes. It'll be a good long weekend. I'm taking to LA. Yes, yeah. So yeah, the baby's doing great though. Baby's doing great. In great hands, in great hands. So, if we're all family, is anyone, if there's any new members online, if anyone wants to join, let me hear you. Go ahead and make your voice heard. Let us hear you now, or forever hold your peace. Going once, going twice. Okay. If you don't join today, you could join Wose next week or anytime. All right, we'll be here. We will be here, right? Because we are, yes, because we are the first, the last, the Alpha and the Omega. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We will be here. Now let us join hands. Let us stand up and get ready to sing our national anthem.
Circle up, y'all. In the middle. Yeah. getting a little.
High as a glistening sky, let it resound, loud as a roaring sea. Sing a song, sing a song. Oh yeah, till the day begun. Let us march on. Yeah.
We are one people.
We are.
One present.
Yeah.
With one goal.
Oh yeah.
One aim.
Ooh,
And one faith.
one
And
faith.
one destiny.
Yeah,
And one
yeah.
God. Let us say, ready?
Amen. Ra. Amen. Ra. Amen. Ra.